Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Deck it quick. While the average man looking at this act like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, roll with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While while I'm still in my same making profit. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profit. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profit. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profit. That TTG money gang. Hey, make profit. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. I'll get this right out of the way here real quick. My voice, it's gone. I sound completely terrible. I get that. We just had our first in-person meetup in Miami. My voice is totally gone. I've been talking all day, every day for 3 days straight. But what I'm about to share with you on this live stream is so damn important. Everything that's going on in the markets right now, everything going on in the economy right now, everything that's going on with the banks, everything that's going to be happening with inflation. It is so important. It's so critical. It's so crucial that there was a 0% chance that I was going to allow this Sunday evening to go by without going over the game plans and everything that I think is going to be going on this week, because that is how important I believe that all this information is. So if you can't hear me, turn up the volume on your speakers, because I will not be repeating myself. But if I'm coming on here where my voice sounds like this, you better believe it's for a damn good reason, because a lot of stuff happened today. We have to talk about it, what it all means. Are these the dominoes that tip us finally into a recession? We're going to discuss the banks. We're going to discuss the Fed. We're going to discuss inflation. We're going to discuss the rate hikes. All of these things, you need to know what is happening and understand what's happening so you can take advantage of these opportunities. I believe we're going to have some of the best opportunities and the best trading this week than you're going to have all year. This is one of the most exciting weeks that I've had in about probably my entire 17-year trading career. I honestly can't really remember the last time that I was this excited emotionally about a week of trading. Okay. I honestly can't. I can't remember the last time I was this excited about a week of trading. And our members are equally as excited about this week of trading. Our members are salivating at this opportunity. Our members are making money. They're becoming better traders in this exact very environment that you find yourselves in here today. People are worried about, all I hear on social media, hashtag Great Depression, hashtag bank run. Our members are killing it. Our members are making money and they're becoming better traders in this very same environment. Members of TTG, go ahead right now and type the $ in chat right now if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders in this environment. Markets just had the worst week that they've had in the last couple of years. Just last week, it was a huge sell-off week in the markets. Yet members are making money and they're becoming better traders. Members in trading, they're not scared. They're not scared. They're not worried about what's about to happen this week. All they care about is understanding what's taking place and then using that to implement a game plan for them to be able to make money. I've been doing this for 17 years. I am telling you right now, this is one of the most exciting weeks that I have ever seen in my entire life because of everything that's going on. I will not be repeating myself. So make sure that you give me your undivided attention. You pay very close attention to the things that I have to say to you tonight. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. If you guys don't know by now, we're the fastest growing, highest rated, and premium online educational platform available to the retail trader. If you're ready to learn trading profit for real, you guys have come to the right place. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. You never want to miss out on any of the live streams that we do. Why should you care about anything that I have to say? Guys, I didn't begin my career. I didn't figure things out by just sitting in my mother's basement. I began my career working at a fund in New York City, my very first job right out of college. Then 2008 happened. That was a real financial crisis. That was the global financial crisis. That was the Great Recession. Also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, along with my team of 9 other professional trading mods and over 30-person staff. We've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals of becoming profitable. We have members in over 100 different countries. See, we're the fastest growing platform out there because we combine university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools and give you guys workshops and mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, but also long-term investing. So no matter what it is that you're looking for, there's something for you here inside True Trading Group. You see, at TTG, we take that university level curriculum and we pair it with today's top financial tools that you need to increase your chances of success, tools that will give you more information, that will help you make better decisions, that will increase the chances of success. Successful traders don't get their trade ideas from Reddit and Twitter. Okay. They get them by having access to more data, more information, being educated enough to then make a decision based on the data that's in front of them. You're also going to get access to all of our members, the TTG fam, the most educated, helpful, and supportive community traders you're ever going to find. Of course, the real-time trade alerts from myself and the rest of the group that I've been sporting a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, smash that like button, turn on notifications, make sure you never miss out on any one of these lives. Before we do get things started, I do want to thank our partners at Benzinga. If you guys do not know, Benzinga offers their own educational products and tools, yet still fully endorses the TTG platform for the massive added value that it provides for their members and for their community. So I'm very grateful, honestly, to Benzinga for the opportunity to further educate their community and offer the Benzinga Pro newsfeed and Squawk, which is worth over $1,400 a year. We offer it to all of the members of True Trading Group as part of their annual membership. No additional cost for that. So there you go, folks. If you were here from Benzinga, you are in the right place. Without any further ado, I want to go ahead and start to begin our live stream. We have a lot to go over, a lot to unpack here today. Again, if you guys are just joining us, I feel a lot better than I sound. I'm not sick. I just lost my voice. Okay. That's all. But again, I just feel like the stuff that is happening right now in the markets, we have to go over it. Get your money out your banks tomorrow. Hey, Vic, you first, buddy. You go to the bank tomorrow, Vic. Get your money out. And go run to Chase and tell Chase you want all of your money and see what they tell you. How about you listen up? How about everyone listens up? Okay, to everything that I'm going to share with you about what's going on in the banking system and what actually happened today, because the amount of ridiculous nonsense that I'm seeing online is so comical and hysterical from people that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. It's so funny. Like, you'll never see me step into like a surgeon's office and start telling everybody how to do like open heart surgery and like pretending like whatever's happening, like explaining what's going on. You'll never see me do that because I have no idea how to perform anything about open heart surgery. You have people that have absolutely no clue what they're talking about that are screaming from rooftops, providing absolute zero value to anybody. I guarantee you that I can go and I can just randomly pick a person on social media that is very loud right now and ask them like very specific questions about what's taking place. And I can promise you they won't be able to answer the questions that I have for them. The reason why they can't answer those questions is because they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what's actually happening. Lucky for you guys, I do. And I'm going to share with all of you what has been taking place within the banks and the banking system. I was there for 2008. 2008 was actually a global financial crisis. There actually was a complete failure and breakdown of the banking system. You were 48 hours away from going to the ATM machine and the bank telling you that they did not have your money. That's not the situation that we find ourselves in here today. Now, there's been very specific things that have happened with very specific banks. I'm going to explain to you guys what happened, and I'm going to explain to you what the Federal Reserve just did. Because what the Federal Reserve just did is actually something very, very big and very important. So this live stream will be one of the most important live streams that we have ever done. It's not something that I say lightly. Or I take lightly. You all really need to understand what is going on right now, not only in the economy, but with the banking system, and then how we can use that information to make money this week. I would not be surprised if people were able to make, and I'm not kidding, and I never talk dollar amounts on my live streams. You guys know that. I wouldn't be surprised if people were able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars trading the volatility that I expect there to be in the market this week. This market's going to be all over the place. This week, there's going to be massive opportunity to the upside and massive opportunity to the downside and everywhere in between. I want to start off by saying, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but man, what the Fed did tonight, the way that they have reacted, the way that they have the things that they have done is just, okay, the things that they have done in the wake of all this. I'm just going through I want to pull up like some news headlines that I actually have out on a couple of things, just so I can kind of have some notes in front of me on everything that has been taking place. It actually is pretty insane. I got my futures here as well. We're up 1.22% on futures, right? We're up 1.22, 1.23% on futures. So it's funny, you have people that like come on the live stream like, get your money out of the bank, get your money out of the bank. The whole banking system is going to fail. Yet the market's up 1.2%. Do you think that if every single Wall Street professional thought that the banks were going to fail tomorrow morning, do you think the market would be trading up 1.2% right now? Do you think we'd be green? Or do you think that we'd be down, limit down, and the market would not even open tomorrow? What do you think would happen if the banking system was supposed to fail tomorrow? I'm very impressed with what the Federal Reserve did today. Okay, what the Federal Reserve did today, and this really does go back, and the Federal Reserve has gotten a lot of heat for thinking inflation was going to be transitory, for thinking that inflation was not as big of an issue as they thought, for keeping quantitative easing for as long as they did. They got a lot of heat for that. But the Federal Reserve has now, in two situations, acted so quickly and so decisively that it deserves recognition. The Federal Reserve acted so quickly to buy individual corporate bonds and implement a massive quantitative easing program when COVID happened. And that saved the economy and that saved the market during the COVID crash of 2020. The Fed single-handedly bottomed the market in 2020. The Fed did that with the announcements that they did when they were going to start buying individual corporate bonds. That's what stabilized the whole system. What the Fed did today, say people just see news headlines and they see now Signature Bank is also closed. So you have two banks that have failed in a matter of days. And they think the whole entire banking system is going to collapse. The Federal Reserve announced today a new bank lending program. This bank lending program is genius. Genius. It allows banks to lend on their treasury holdings directly through the Fed for up to 1 year. The reason why that is so important is because Silicon Valley Bank, the first bank to go under, the bank that started all of this, had a massive bond position, as most banks do. Silicon Valley Bank took in massive amounts of money between 2020 and 2021. It was a VC, venture capital darling. It was all about startups. It was all about, technology startups and biotech startups. And it just created such an amazing, prestige for itself and became a very big bank, a top 20 bank. I think Silicon Valley was number 17, 17th largest bank. It's a big bank. It's no joke. But what happened with Silicon Valley is they started getting, they ended up having to sell down their bond position that was crushed, right? Their bonds got crushed in 2022. So as yields go up, the price of bonds go down. But it doesn't necessarily matter if the price of a bond goes up or down if you hold it till its maturity. Because when you hold it to its maturity, you get back the par value plus the yield that the bond is going to issue. That's how bonds work. So you give the government money, okay, you get a bond. The price of the bond can fluctuate, but then when it matures, okay, you get your money and the yield. So if Silicon Valley was able to just hold their bond position until maturity, they would have been totally fine. But they actually had to sell it down. They had to raise capital because they weren't liquid. They were getting all of these withdrawal requests once word got out that they were like, struggling a bit. Word got out in the venture capital world, and everybody started to pull their money out. So they had to sell that bond position to raise capital, to raise cash, so they can become liquid. If this lending program that the Fed announced today was in place last week, Silicon Valley Bank could have taken their bond position, brought it to the Federal Reserve, borrowed against it as collateral, and gotten the liquidity that they needed to stay capitalized. This is a genius program that the Federal Reserve is lending out. So now any bank, any financial institution that is down on a bond position on paper, because you're only down on paper, the value of the asset will go up or down. But if you hold it to maturity, you get all your money back plus the yield. So it's a paper loss. So now any company that faces withdrawal requests and a run on the bank, like you saw in Silicon Valley, it's exactly what it was. It was a run on the bank. Anyone that experiences that now can go to the Fed and say, hey, I need this money back. I need this money now. Give me money on the bond position that I currently have, because the asset is there. It's just not liquid. It's like your house. It's an asset, but it's not liquid. Now the Fed will let these financial institutions get liquid on those positions for a year. That is huge news. It's the reason why futures are up over 1.2%. It stabilizes the entire financial banking system, and it puts kind of a stop on the contagion risk spread of there being a run on other banks, and those banks then having to sell their bond positions in order to raise capital. Banks only hold 12% of their assets as deposit. So it's called fractional banking. Banks you give the bank $100, they don't keep $100 in a vault somewhere. They only have 12%. So if every single customer goes to a bank, it doesn't matter if the economy is red hot or if the economy is in a recession. If every customer goes to a bank and says, I want my money back, the bank will fail. That's just how the system works. Now, you want to talk about flaws in that system, fine, but that's a different conversation for a different time. That's why Silicon Valley Bank failed. And then all the VC funds told all their customers, their portfolio of companies, get your money out of Silicon Valley. That's what did them under. Silicon Valley could have survived just the bond issue by itself. They would have took a $2.21 billion loss on the bond position, and they would have been okay. But they got a request within one day of like $45 billion. In one day, on Friday, they had withdrawal requests of around $45 billion. That's just not possible for them to do. So the bank failed when everybody pulled their money out. Now Signature Bank failed today. The New York financial charter, they went and they took over control of Signature Bank, because Signature Bank was also in danger of something similar happening like Silicon Valley. So before it could happen, they stepped in and they took control over Signature Bank. Everybody is safe. Every depositor is safe at Signature Bank. If you have money at Signature Bank, you are going to get every single dollar. The people that are going to lose money are the shareholders and the debtors. That is how it should be. The depositors should not lose money. Okay? You want to go back to, Occupy Wall Street and what happened during 2008 and how all the banks got bailed out? This is not a bailout. Let me make myself crystal freaking clear to people I see talking about, oh, the banks are getting bailed out again. No, they're not. Not $1 of taxpayer money is going to a bank. In 2008 with the TARP program, the taxpayer money funded a bank bailout. This is not a bailout. So again, people that don't know what they're talking about, spewing nonsense and garbage on social media, please do not speak to which you do not know. You will make you sound stupid, and you will make others sound stupid because they're listening to you. Speak only on which you know. Please. This is how people make bad decisions. This is how people freak out. So the program that the Fed just instilled today is genius. It solves the liquidity problem that a lot of these banks have. And yes, if the Fed didn't do this, you would have seen a run on banks tomorrow. Okay, these like smaller regional banks, you would have seen people get very nervous and they would have started pulling money out of the banks, which is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The economy could be scorching hot. Inflation could be at 2%. Interest rates could be at 0. And if every customer at a bank went to the bank at the same time and was like, hey, I want all my money back, the bank would fail. It's not a reflection on what's going on in the economy. It's how the banking system works. This is not a collapse of the banking system. What's happening right now is very, very different from what was happening during 2008. It's not a reflection of the economy as a whole. Okay? Silicon Valley Bank posts for clickbaits on YouTube saying bailouts. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because they know, because people know that saying that there's a bank bailout is going to piss people off. And people are going to click on it. They're going to know what's going on. This is not a bailout. Not $1 of taxpayer money is going to a financial institution. Not one. The fear mongers are so annoying. Be greedy when others are fearful. Yes, Moto. Yes. Yes. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. Famous words from none other than Warren Buffett himself. You want to know who else had some famous words? Art Cashin. Art Cashin is the single most experienced trader on the New York Stock Exchange floor. He's director of floor operations for UBS. He's been in this industry for like 70 years. And his famous quote is, never bet on the end of the world because it only happens once. This is not a bailout. This is a genius move by the Federal Reserve to shore up stability in the banking system. Yeah, Bill Ackman needs money. Bill Ackman's an asshole. Bill Ackman is a complete asshole. I hate Bill Ackman. Okay? Bill Ackman came out during the COVID crash, and when the market was at its near bottom, came out and gave this emotional, crying speech on CNBC. The asshole was long. He was long when he was giving that speech. He gave this speech about like the end of humanity and this massive, crisis of disease and like the massive death that's going to come from this, and gave this whole like crying speech on CNBC that was like complete doom and gloom. And then we found out a couple months later that at that moment, he was net long the stock market. So basically, he just wanted to scare retail investors to panic sell after the market had already crashed, just so he can be buying stocks. And then at the end of the day, what happened? You sold all your stocks. He got long. Who made money, him or you? Now here comes Bill Ackman again crying on social media about get ready for the run on the banks. This is the collapse of the banking system. Maybe he's short the banks. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. I can't stand it. I really can't. I really can't. So I've lost tremendous amount of respect for Bill Ackman when he really took advantage of what was going on during 2020 and his whole crying speech on CNBC, knowing that he was buying stocks at that time. We stay getting played. Yes, you all are. Dumb money continues to get played. Dumb money continues to get played. To be completely honest with all of you on here, my goal, my goal with True Trading Group and one of our mission statements is to be the reason why, Wall Street stops referring to retail investors as dumb money. They're referred to as dumb money because it's literally a term on Wall Street. Institutional investors consider themselves smart money, and they consider retail investors dumb money. I want to be the reason why retail investors lose the phrase dumb money that's associated with it. Retail investors, there's actually technical indicators. I'm not kidding. There's technical indicators that financial institutions and major and professionals use that when retail investors become net sellers, you look for a short-term bottom in the market. And when retail investors pile in at excessive rates of buying, you look for short-term potential tops. That's exactly actually what happened in the market bottom in September and October. For the first time during 2022, retail investors became net sellers for the very first time. They were buying all 2022 because they just thought stocks only go up because that's what happened in 2021. And they lost their ass. And then September and October, they finally became net sellers. And that was the market bottom. Then the market rallies, right, for the next couple of months. And then in February, the markets make a new fresh cycle high when we broke above the previous December pivot. So this previous December pivot from right here, once we broke above this level, you friend there made fresh new highs. And right there, when we made fresh new highs, retail investors piled back into the market at the fastest rate in history. Retail investors, as it relates to a percentage of overall volume on the New York Stock Exchange and the overall markets in general, was at an all-time high. 23% of all volume transacted was from retail investors. That means that retail investors were piling back into the market. I gave a whole cycle of live streams the very first week of February. Go watch my live streams for the first week of February. I told you very specifically, I am very concerned that retail investors came piling back into the market, experiencing FOMO, and I expected the markets to now sell off and experience a potential short-term top. And ever since that week of live streams, go watch them. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. They're all on this YouTube channel for you guys to go see. The markets have gone straight down. And so once again, retail investors, dumb money, are getting played. You panic and sell at the bottom, and then you panic and buy at the top. And that vicious cycle endlessly repeats itself. Right? Your next question for me should be, how do I make money from all of this week? That should be your next question for me, right? There's a lot going on. You want to understand it, and hopefully I just gave you kind of some insight into what happened with Silicon Valley and with Signature Bank and what the Fed did. But how do you make money from it, right? Like, that's why you guys are here. You're here because you want to make money. But first, there's good news and there's bad news. I'll give you the good news first. There's going to be massive volatility in the markets this week. You have not just everything that's going on with the banks. You have CPI inflation data on Tuesday. You have PPI inflation data on Wednesday. You got retail sales numbers also that are coming out. And all the insanity tomorrow, what's going on with the banks. Futures are trading like a penny stock, right? We're up like 1.2% just a couple minutes ago when I checked. Okay. This is the good news, because this is amazing opportunity for people to make serious money this week. I mean, I'm expecting huge moves in the market in both directions. Okay. I'll give you a quick little update on futures. We're up 1.25% now. So now you're up 1.25%. We were up 1.22 when we started. Markets are trading to the upside. It's funny. It's like everyone's talking about a Great Depression, but yet the markets are up 1.25%. The reason why they're up is because of what the Fed did. So that's why it was very important. I want to explain to you what transpired over these last couple of days, because it's very important to understand what's going on. People, you would have thought the market would be down 20% tomorrow, the way that people are talking on social media, yet we're green. Okay. There's going to be great trading opportunities to the upside and the downside this week. And those opportunities are going to allow you to make some serious money. Now, to continue on that good news, guess what? You all still have a bank to transfer those gains into. But the bad news is that if you have no idea what you're doing, and there's plenty that do not, if you're just like loitering around on this live stream looking for like some stock tip, or like, Mike, tell me stock market up, down this week. Like, if that's all you're here for, it's just the wrong reason. I'm not a bull or a bear. I just want to make money. What kind of animal just wants to make money? Maybe the honey badger. Guess I'm a honey badger. Okay. I'm not a bull or a bear. Okay. I just want to make money. I want others to make money. I honestly don't give a crap what direction the market goes. The market goes up, market goes down. I mean, I've given my long-term outlooks many times on these live streams, but we don't have to get into it too much here today. But, you guys know exactly what if you've been following my live streams for a while, you know that for the last, 8 months, I've been saying that, I believe that we would experience a mild recession, at some point this year. Maybe some of the things that you're seeing happening could start to move us in that direction, but I think it's gonna be a mild recession. I think there's too much of an imbalance in the labor market. to allow there to be any type of a severe recession. It's going to be a mild one. And I've been very, very steadfast in that viewpoint since midpoint last year. You can go back a year ago, and I told you that's what I thought we were going to see. And I stand by that decision, you know. And I'm going to trade my ass off because this is the best trading environment that I've ever seen, and that's how excited I am for. Listen, I sound terrible, but I'm still on here because that's how excited I am for this week, and that's how much. And again, I'm not sick. I just lost my voice. Right? We had our Miami meetup, and guys, a huge shout out to all my members that came down to Miami for our first in-person meetup. Oh my goodness, what an amazing time. Such amazing people. I love you guys. I cannot wait to do it again. Maybe if you guys are on the live stream and you guys came to the meetup in Miami, drop some comments in chat. If you guys had a great time, it was such an honor and a pleasure meeting all of you. I love all of you. You guys all know who you are, right? If you guys came, I love you so much. We had such an amazing time. But yes, I talked nonstop for like 3 days, so I have no voice. But like I said, the bad news is this volatility. If you don't know what you're doing, it's going to eat you alive. You're gonna run to JP Morgan tomorrow. You're gonna run to Bank of America and be like, I want my money. I want all my money. And every single person that's in that bank is gonna laugh at you. Like the tellers at JP Morgan are gonna laugh at you. Members of True Trading Group are gonna laugh at you tomorrow. Okay, when we're on the opposite side of your losing trade. Money doesn't just get made or created; it's taken. It's like when you make a trade, there's somebody else on the other side of that trade. That's why education and tools and resources are so important. You have to arm yourself for battle. You're fighting somebody else. You buy a stock, you're not just buying it out of midair, you're buying it from somebody else. So that means someone else is selling it, right? Now, this is exactly what we are going to teach you, how to properly react to the present. I don't try to predict the future. I react to the present. I have no idea what the CPI number is going to be, nor do I necessarily care. I know what the markets will do based on what those numbers are. And when the number comes out at 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday, I will say, okay, that I think makes the markets go up. That I think makes the markets go down. And I position myself accordingly to make money from that price action. This is exactly the type of stuff that we will teach you, is how to react to the present. What I show you how to do is what we encourage to become when you become part of True Trading Group. I'm not going to show you that there will be no better place to be tomorrow morning than on the mobile app if you're busy at work, or in the chat room if you can be. I promise you that. We have a lot I still want to go over with you guys here tonight in this live stream. I'm sure you guys have a ton of questions maybe that you're going to want to ask. I want to go over some very important levels on the S&P. I want to go over my exact trading plan that I have for tomorrow and what I think happens with the banks, and where I'm looking for trading opportunities and how I plan on making money. But I want to remind every single person that's on this live stream, because you have a chance on this live stream here tonight, and it's your last chance to join the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational community that exists today for 55% off the normal price, which is $2,212. Normally, you can get 55% off. And if that sounds insane, if that sounds like a lot for courses, okay, first of all, yes, you get courses with True Trading Group. Joe, why don't you post the syllabus up in chat for people? It's 22 course curriculum. Joe, you can just maybe post it. And you guys can see all the courses you get access to. You will learn all styles and all facets of trading, because it's not just courses. It's a ton of premium tools that you need to be able to make better decisions, to be able to react in this market. Tools that you need to invest in this market, to form some of the largest companies from some of the largest companies in this industry. They're all like $5,000 worth of tools. They're all included with you guys for no upsells. So the price is normally $2,212. You guys get it now for $990. We are literally like the Netflix of trading communities. You pay one price, you get access to everything we have for the entire year. Tonight's the last night we're giving you a chance to join for just 55% off. The $22.12 brings the price to $990. Okay. And guess what? This is actually really good news. Adam was able to get 20 laptops. We only had 7 on Friday, but he was able to get 20 over the weekend. I assure you by midnight tonight, these laptops will be gone. These spots will be filled, and our price is going to go back to over the $1,100, and we're going to continue to walk it up till we get back to that $2,200 price point. But you can join today. It's your last night to join for a 55% discount. That's only $990 for the entire year. We take PayPal credit card, whatever. Okay. Pretend it's a stock tip. All right. Like everybody, you all would put $990 into some stock tip that Mambo Jams Kitty Cat on Twitter or Reddit tells you to buy. I'll give you a stock tip. The best stock tip that I can possibly give you is yourself. You are your greatest stock tip. An investment in yourself is the greatest investment decision that you will ever possibly make. Go to ttgoffer.com. The price will say $22.12. You have to manually enter the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop all the way down to $990. Then if you see a laptop in your checkout cart like you do on the screen now, you know that you're getting one. You don't have to enter your address. Okay. You'll get a welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim that free laptop. Okay. As long as you live on planet Earth, we will get you the laptop. We cover the shipping. And we talk a big game on here. I know that. But we back it up. I back it up with, we don't just give you a money back guarantee. We give you a double your money back guarantee. And I'm able to give you a double your money back guarantee because we have a 78% retention rate amongst our members and a 2.83% refund rate since 2016. Because these numbers are so good, it allows us to put our money where our mouth is and offer you double your money back. All you need to do is utilize the platform you're actually subscribing to. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. If you do those three things and are still unable to make $990 back at least once during your membership, then at the end of your membership, I will give you back $1,980. That is double the price that you are paying to join True Trading Group, and you can keep the laptop. It's free. Keep it. I'll still give you double your money back. That's how much I stand behind the platform that we have created. And if you are currently a trial member, or you used to be a trial member, or you used to be a regular annual member, and you guys are looking to come back home, this will be your last night to get this discount. At midnight tonight, okay? At midnight tonight, this price is going back up over $1,100. And current trials, and previous members, this is the last day that we are going to allow you guys to take advantage of the same offer that we are giving here today. Otherwise, the price that you're going to pay to come back home is around $1,320. So you might as well save yourself the near $400 and get yourselves back inside the TTG fam. To take advantage of this, I want you guys to send a text message. If you're a current trial, or previous member, we have to whitelist your email. So you must send us a text message to 786-505-4049. Phone number's at the bottom of your screen, 786-505-4049. Text us. We'll whitelist your email address. We'll get you the $990 price point. We'll get you the free laptop. And I'm also going to give you a one-on-one mentor session with myself or any one of the professional trading mods at True Trading Group so we can talk about your trading specifically, see what your weaknesses are, what adjustments should we make, and get you started on the right foot. For the rest of you, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $990. Enter your info, and then just simply check out. You do not need to enter your address to get the laptop. How do you know you're getting one of the laptops? As long as you see one in your checkout cart, that is how you know you are getting one. Simple as that. Double your money back guarantee, free laptop, one-on-one mentor session. Tonight's your last night at under $1,000. Tomorrow it's back over $1,100, and we'll then be continuing to walk up till we get back to the $2,200 price point. Again, if you have any questions, text us 786-505-4049. We got to welcome Jeff. Jeff is the newest member of True Trading Group. Jeff said, you know what? I'm done worrying about this garbage on social media. I'm done scouring through YouTube and trying to do this on my own. I'm done. But he's also saying, let's get to work. That's also what Jeff is saying. He's saying, let's get to work. Right? So, Jeff, welcome to the family, my man. That means we have 19 of these spots left now. All right. So, like I said, these will go pretty quickly. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, click apply code, and start actually getting real information, real education, real tools, and being part of a real community. Go to ttgoffer.com and enter the code TTG121. I'm telling you right now, there's never been a better time. I have been doing this for 17 years. I'm not exaggerating. I don't remember the last time, if ever at all, I was this excited for a trading week. Colin, I guess Colin's excited. Everybody welcome Colin, 18. 18 of these spots are now left. 18 spots left. Everybody welcome Colin. Welcome Colin. All right, everybody welcome Colin. All right, guys, let's roll things on over. I want to show you guys how to make some money this week. All right, I want to show you guys how to make some money this week. We're going to talk about my outlook here for the week. Okay, I want to talk about my outlook. Let's do a quick check back in on futures. Let's do a quick little check. We're starting to get a little bit of a pullback now, 1.06%. So still sitting here, hanging in here green. Hanging in here green, up 1%. We got to welcome Alan. Alan, welcome to the family. Everybody welcome Alan. That means we have 17 spots now left. Everybody welcome Alan. 17 spots now remain. Everybody welcome Alan. Guys, remember, just go to ttgoffer.com. Enter the code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops to $990. It's going to be $1,100 tomorrow. You get a free laptop as long as you see one in your checkout cart. And I'm giving you a double your money back guarantee. And I'm also going to offer you a one-on-one mentor session with one of our pro trading mods, including myself, if you would like. If you're a previous trial member, current trial member, or previous annual member, you got to text us if you want the $990 price point. 786-505-4049. And also, guys, anybody that's interested at all, has any questions, you can also send a text message at that number. We're a full open book. I'm fully transparent. You have any questions about me, any questions about my trading, any questions about the other moderators, any questions about anything at all, send us a text message. You're going to talk to a real person, and we'll answer anything that you guys want to know. And then you guys can go to, or you can just go to ttgoffer.com and then enter TTG121 coupon code. All right, let's get over to the charts. Let's talk about how we're going to make some money this week. My game plan that I have very specifically, which is an absolute no doubt about it, trade I'm going to be going after. With this gap up that you're seeing in the futures market, up over 1%, anytime you get a gap over 1%, it's sizable, right? A gap of like 0.2, 0.3, meaningless. Anything over 1% is a sizable gap that I don't think should be necessarily ignored, but I'm actually looking for we got to welcome Julio. Guys, I'm sorry, 16. I told you he's going to go quick. 16 spots left. Welcome, Julio. Julio, welcome to the family. 16 spots left. ttgoffer.com, manually enter the code TTG121. Welcome, Julio. 16 spots left. I told you guys he's going to go quick. So there's a level that I want you all to pay attention to at 393. So let me delete this other line so you guys don't get confused. That line that you guys see right now drawn on my screen is 393. 393 is a very important level because it's the 100-day moving average and it's the 200-day moving average. It's the previous support from the end of February and the first couple of days of March. It is the support level that once cracked on Thursday, accelerated the selling pressure to the downside. And then you had the massive sell-off all the way down to 385 on Friday. Now you're getting a bounce. You got a little bit of a bounce back at the end of the day on Friday. And now you're getting a continued bounce as the Federal Reserve comes out with this bank lending program that they announced earlier today. And by them shutting down Signature Bank, it is their attempt at staging off any type of contagion. They wanted to stop this before it started to spread. It's like putting out a fire as soon as it sparks instead of letting it spread and then trying to call the fire department to put it out later, right? As soon as a fire starts in your house, you can stop it right away with a small fire extinguisher. Once your whole house gets inflamed, you got to call the fire department. It's a hell of a lot harder to get it extinguished. There's a hell of a lot more damage. So what the Federal Reserve did today stops that, or that's their attempt is that we're going to cut off Signature Bank. We're going to try to stop the spread of contagion. They saw risk at Signature Bank. I'm sure the Fed's going to be looking into other regional banks as well. The larger big banks like a Bank of America, JP Morgan, do not seem to be any issue there. I don't think there's any issue at those banks. I don't think there will be any issue at those banks either. It's really a run on maybe the smaller banks where the worries could possibly be. But this lending program that the Federal Reserve announced is huge, and I think it really might stabilize things in the banking system. Robert, welcome. 15 spots now, guys. These are going quick. Wow. Guys, Robert, you're making a good decision here, folks. I'm telling you, everybody comes and asks me for a stock tip. What's the best stock tip I'll give you is yourself. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, click apply code, price drops to $990. It's $1,100 after midnight tonight. You see a laptop, you're getting one. All right? And you're also going to get a one-on-one mentor session. You have double your money back. Double your money back guarantee. You pay $990, I'll give you back $1980. That's the deal. Just go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group, and if you don't make back the $990 at least once during your membership, I'll give you back $1980 at the end of your membership. That's the deal. That's the deal. All right. So back to the charts. You'll see that 393 level. I want to see if this bounce that you're seeing in the futures market holds overnight. If this holds overnight, I'm looking to see if we could find resistance at 393 to go short. All right. So 393, that is my mark. 393, I'm looking short. All right. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is come up with a whole game plan pre-market with all of my TTG members. I'm going to identify stocks that are relatively weak. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see what stocks are underneath key resistance levels that have been underperforming during recent market sell-off. And then I will wait for the markets to bounce back to that 393 level. And then I will start to put on my short positions, or members can buy put options against the short positions that I'll be entering of these individual stocks up at that 393 level. But I'm definitely looking to be short once we get back to 393. That was a major support level. It's like 3,900 on the S&P. Okay. Right now we're like 39 and change. We're 39.38 right now. So, got my laptop yesterday. Nice. Way to go, Ruth. Way to go, Ruth. Way to go. See, yep. Laptops are real, guys. James. Did I welcome James? No. I didn't welcome James, did I? James, 14 spots are now left. Everybody welcome James. Newest member to the group. Everybody welcome James. 14 of those spots left. Guys, remember, tonight's the last night for this. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate. 786-505-4049. Join the rest of the TTG family from over 100 different countries. All right. So back up to 393, guys. I want to be short. Okay. So back up to 393. I want to be short. All right. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. And right here is where I'm going to look to put on some short positions. I'm going to look for the markets to then continue this bounce back, get up into this level. And then I'm going to look for the markets to then continue to trade back to the downside, right? Now, I'm not going to hold any positions overnight. So any position that I enter tomorrow will be a day trade because I don't know what the CPI number is going to be on Tuesday. tomorrow's live stream, we'll go over what I expect from the CPI number on Tuesday, and we'll go over the if this then that scenarios, which means if the CPI number comes in here, I'll think the markets move higher. If the CPI number comes in here and the markets move lower, then what does it all do for the expectations of the Federal Reserve? The support levels that you need to be looking for are going to be right around Friday's lows. Okay, Friday's lows, and it's a little bit of a wider range because Friday was an extremely volatile day for the overall markets. At 385 were your lows, okay, just under 385, like 384 and change. And then you'll see that you have then this previous resistance level right back here. And then you will notice that you had this previous support level all the way back there in November. So this is a very big level that the markets got down into on Friday. Technical bounce towards the end of the day, and then now some follow-through bounce on the back of the Federal Reserve kind of easing some of the fears from the banking industry. So I want to see if this bounce holds. If we can get up into the low 390s, I'll get short. We'll look for some stocks that are relatively weak. We'll go after them tomorrow for the short, and then look for them to drift back down into the mid 380s. Then we sit back, we get flat tomorrow, take our profits off of the table, wait for the CPI number, and we'll have an entirely new game plan for CPI depending on what those numbers are. Okay? That is going to be my game plan here for tomorrow. The other levels that I'm focusing on, if there is a hotter than expected CPI number, then I believe that takes the markets down into my target zone, which is like 378. Okay, so 378 is my target zone. Now you may get a green bounce back day tomorrow, but my eventual target zone is going to be the lows from December. That is where I believe this market is headed. The only way that I believe you do not get to that 378 level in the very near term, meaning like within the next week or two, is if there is no more issues with any of the banks. We got to welcome Will. Will is the newest member of the group. Everybody welcome Will. 13 of these spots now remain. So there's 13 spots left for the $990 price point. There's no upsells for courses and tools in True Trading Group. So when you guys join for the $990, it's not like you join and then all of a sudden there's these VIP courses that cost another $1,000. Okay. Every course, every tool, it is included when you guys join for the $990. You just got to go to ttgoffer.com and enter the code TTG121. Who's on the live stream right now that's not a member of True Trading Group, actually? I'm curious to see how many people that are on the live stream that are not members of True Trading Group. Guys, could you do me a favor and just type the letters TTG in chat real quick if you guys are not members? If you're not a member, just type TTG in chat right now. I want to see how many people we have that are here on the live stream that are not members of True Trading Group. Do me a favor and just type the letters TTG so I can just see who's with us that is not part of our amazing 100 country strong community. Sachin, East Afro, Matt, Justin, Mark, Gogo, Azor, Rad, Scott, Grant. Oinky. Awesome. Yeah, guys, listen. Annette, Super Show. Yeah, tell them. CRW is like, what are y'all waiting for? Yes, CRW, tell them. Let them know. Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting for. Guys, honestly, I'll just reiterate it one last time, and I'm sure you probably have a ton of questions about the banks and about a run on the banks and everything else. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, so I want to save some time for questions at the end. But before I get into the questions and everything that I'm sure a lot of you have, let me remind all of you that are not members of True Trading Group, because there are only 13 spots left, and they're gonna go before the night is over. If you guys want to join True Trading Group tonight, you can do it for a 55% discount. The price is normally $2,212. You can get it for $990 tonight. That's for the whole year. It includes every course we have. And our courses are not just, guys, our courses are a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training program that I went through when I worked at the fund in New York. That's how I learned. I didn't learn by, sitting in my mother's basement scouring through YouTube for 3 years. I was taught by professionals on Wall Street. That's the courses you're going to get access to. Joe, maybe you can post the link again in case there's some people that maybe missed it earlier. You guys can click on the link. You'll see for yourself the courses you get access to. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. There's even a course that helps you do your taxes. It's unbelievable. You get access to all of it. Then you get all of our courses and tools as well. The tools are worth about $5,000 a year on their own. But you need these tools. The problem is $5,000, that's a lot of money for somebody to spend on just tools. But you need them. But I know that's expensive. So we spend years building relationships with these companies so we can put their products on our platform at no additional cost. You guys realize that when you join True Trading, you get access to Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box. That's over $1,000 a year if you went to Benzinga directly. It's included when you join and could just pay $9.90. You get congressional trading data so you can actually see and track the trades being made by members of Congress. It's included with the $9.90. You get insider trading information. You'll be able to see when insiders are buying or selling shares of their stock. You get full book level 2 from Quote Media. You get Trading View's premium charting software. You get a simulator from ET&A. The charting software from Trading View is $600 a year if you go to Trading View. It's included with your membership. The ET&A simulator with real-time data, you can trade stocks and options and practice with fake money. That'll cost you just under $1,000 a year if you went to ET&A directly. You get the Trade Ideas scanner, industry standard scanner, streams on our platform all day, every day. You guys get to use it. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow. You get a trading journal, a social sentiment scanner, analyst ratings on any stock. All of this for $990 for the entire year. There's no additional fee for any of those tools. Every course that we have, you get access to. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter TTG121 coupon code, click apply code. The price drops to $990, check out, and you are good to go. Mike is a real one, guys. TTG is real. I spent the past 3 years watching. Mike is no BS. His market analysis is spot on. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You guys are the best. We have the best members, honestly, especially like after meeting so many of you at our first meetup in Miami, truly some special people, some really special people and some bonds and relationships that are being built and that will last a lifetime. And I can't wait to do it again. I really can't. I know we have a lot of people that were not able to make it that are coming to our next one. I'm just so excited to continue to meet the TTG community. Aaron, welcome to the family. Aaron, welcome. 12 spots now left. Oh man, Aaron, welcome. Guys, these spots are going quick. If you have any questions, text us. I'm being serious, don't be shy. 786-505-4049. If you're skeptical, text us. Trust me, there's 1,000 people on here that were skeptical too. Now their only regret is that they didn't join sooner. I'll prove it to you. Members, my TTG fam, type the number 1 right now if you were skeptical at first. And now your only regret is that you did not join True Trading Group sooner. Just go ahead and type the number 1. I get it. You're skeptical. You're like, this can't make sense. This guy's giving me a free laptop. He's giving me a double of my money back guarantee. He really sounds like he knows what the hell he's talking about. He used to work in a hedge fund. All of this for $990? This doesn't make any sense. Can't be possible. It is. I want to be the reason why retail traders are no longer called dumb money. I want to level the playing field for retail. Help retail start making the right. Guys, look at how many people are typing the number 1. Are you kidding me? Right? You're not alone. If I could have joined before I was born. Don't make me laugh, man. Bruce. I was laughing a lot harder, like inside, than I just was. Bruce, you kill me, man. I love you. But yeah, it's the truth. You know, having access to real information, getting real education really is the difference between you making money, losing money. It's the difference between you building wealth over the long haul or never getting involved in the markets, or even worse, somehow screwing up long-term investing. The only way you can screw up long-term investing is if you sell when the market goes down. That's the only way you can screw it up. If you buy when the market goes down and then you just hold on to it, there's not a single point in history that you would have lost money. Market goes down, everybody's freaking out, cool, buy. If you've done that throughout the entire existence of the stock market, there's not a single moment that you would have lost money. But yet, millions of people continue to lose money in the market. Why? Because they see, oh, the stock market's at all-time highs. They go, yay, and they start to buy. It's a good time to be in stocks, all-time high. Buy. Then the markets go down. All right. Then the markets go back down. And then you hear on social media, the Great Depression's coming. You hear on social media, there's going to be a run on the banks. You hear on social media, the world is ending and the markets are down. They're down big. Oh man, the market's down 20%, 30%. It must be a bad time to be in stocks. I better get out before I lose everything. You sell everything. The market goes down another 5 or 10%. And then 2 years later, it's back up higher than where you bought it. And that is how retail invest. That's why retail investors are called dumb money. Not no more for Sean. Not no more for Sean. Sean said no more. 11. Oh, and so did Michael. Michael said no more as well. Folks, 10 spots now left. Welcome Sean and welcome Michael. My TTG fam, your family is getting bigger tonight. 10 new people joining us here today. Sean and Michael, welcome to the family. Folks, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $9.90. You will get a free laptop. We cover the shipping. You live on planet Earth. I'll get it to you. We have members in over 100 different countries, thousands of members spread across the globe. I know I talk a big game on these live streams, but it's because I know what the F I'm doing. I am damn good at it. I know what I'm talking about. But I can back it up, and I do back it up with our own money. I stand behind the platform that we have created. I'm not telling you join True Trading Group because I'm the world's greatest trader. I'm not the world's greatest trader. I'm a damn good trader. But you join True Trading Group so that you can actually get a real level of education, similar to what I received when I worked at a fund. I didn't figure this out on my own. I was taught by professionals on Wall Street in a 3-month training program. That was my first job. I didn't get educated by looking at Twitter and Reddit. You get access to all of our tools. These are the things that make a difference. People say it's rigged against me. Yes. If all you have is a Robinhood account, okay? If all you have is a Robinhood account and an account on Twitter and Reddit, yes, you will fail miserably, consistently, over and over again. There's a reason why every single professional that makes millions of dollars a year or manages billions of dollars does not rely on Twitter and Reddit. So neither should you. I joined Benzinga Pro last year, and I've spent most every day learning from Nick Kahine. Did I hear TTG is part of Benzinga? I don't recall seeing Mike or TTG anywhere on their site. Also, forgive my ignorance, but I've only been listening a few minutes. What is the form of this membership? Do members meet daily for live trading, all day or at a designated time? Are trade recommendations given? My Benzinga membership was also supposed to include a free laptop, so I spent my laptop savings on it. It turned out to be a crappy, useless tablet they bought for $72. No. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I'll give you that. I still need a decent laptop to trade with and can justify spending my laptop savings again if it's a decent enough laptop to trade with. Yes. Thanks. Okay. Yes, it is a decent enough laptop to trade with. You absolutely could trade with it. You can use it for work. You can give it to your kid for school. You can do whatever you want with it. It's worth a couple $100. I mean, listen, it's not a Mac Pro, okay? But it's a free laptop. It's worth a couple $100. You can use to trade with, or you can just sell it on eBay and put the money back into your account, whatever you prefer. Your question is TTG part of Benzinga? We're not part of Benzinga. I am not on Benzinga, but Benzinga, Benzinga does, and I'm very, very proud to say that Benzinga fully endorses True Trading Group's platform, even though they have their own educational products, because it provides massive added value for their members and for their community. Okay, so we're not part of Benzinga, all right, but I'm very grateful to Benzinga for the opportunity to further educate their community. And we do offer the Benzinga Pro newsfeed and Squawk Box feature. We also offer their congressional trading data as part of the True Trading Group membership when you guys do join. So and you said, what's the form of this membership? Is there live trading? Every day in True Trading Group, from pre-market till after hours, there are 9 professional. There's myself plus 9 professional trading moderators that are with you every day, answering questions live, sharing our screen, talking on the microphone, providing market commentary, and giving you all of our trade entries, exits, stop losses, etc. Okay. If you cannot be in front of your computer during the day, we also offer a suite of mobile apps. This mobile app will let you, see the screen share, listen to the audio, and get real-time push notifications when our moderators enter and exit trades. Our trade alerts are not scalps. We're not in and out within 60 seconds. Our day trades last several hours, and our swing trades last several days to several weeks. We trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures in True Trading Group, and we day trade and we swing trade. We also do cover long-term investing as well. So every day in True Trading Group, we are trading live with you. It's not just myself, 9 other professional traders as well. Can you provide me an example of getting in and out of trades? Sure. So when I enter a trade, like I shorted JD on Thursday, right? I shorted JD on Thursday. Let's go back to JD on Thursday. If I can get my damn Zoom feature to work. Okay. Well, that's the SPY. Let's go to JD. There we go. All right. So JD on Thursday, I shorted JD when the stock bounced back up to $44. This is just an example of one of my recent trades. And the way that you would receive a trade alert is as follows. This is exactly what the trade alert says. It'll say intermediate for this particular alert, because all of our trade alerts are labeled novice, intermediate, and advanced. The reason why we label our trade alerts novice, intermediate, advanced is so that you know the risk and volatility associated with each trade. Novice alerts will have low volatility, intermediate alerts, medium volatility, advanced alerts, very high volatility. And that helps you determine based on, your comfort level, how much do you want to take the trade? How much position size should you be taking based on novice, intermediate, advanced? We got to welcome Chanel. Chanel, welcome to the family. It is my pleasure to have you part of the group. Everybody welcome Chanel. But guys, that means we're down to now just 9 spots left. Hurry up and go to ttgoffer.com. Enter the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop to $9.90. You see a laptop, you're getting one. You don't have to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email when you join. Be on the lookout for it. There'll be instructions in it to claim your free laptop. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. We offer a double your money back guarantee. I have no problem offering it because the numbers don't lie. We have only had to give a refund to 2.83% of our member base, and that is since 2016. 78% of our members renew their membership. We are 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,000 reviews. Go read them. If our refund rate was 10%, I would not be able to offer you double your money back. But since it's 2.83, I certainly can, and would love to do so because I put my money where my mouth is. You'll put up $990 when you join. I'll put it up with you. And if you utilize the platform you're subscribing to, if you go through our courses, if you pass our quizzes, if you attend one study group and are still unable to make $990 back at least once during your membership, we will give you back $1,980 at the end of your membership, and you can keep the laptop. That is how confident I am in the platform we have created. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and enter the code TTG121. Now, if you are currently a trial member of True Trading Group, or you used to be a trial member, or you used to be an annual member, we must whitelist your email address so that you can get this deal. Send us a text message to the number at the bottom of your screen, 786-505-4049. Also, if you have any questions about anything, you have questions about myself, you have questions about our mods, about the courses, about the trade alerts, about the tools, about anything, about the money back guarantee, text us. We'll answer any questions that you have. Now back to the previous person's question. Can you give me an example of getting in on a trade? So as we get back to the charts, this is a 15-minute candle, just so I can show you guys just ease of the charts. And I'm not using my mouse also, so that's why I can't zoom as seamlessly as I would like to at this current moment. Let's see. Yeah, it switches my time frame when I do that. So it's a 15-minute chart for you. Oh, God, we got to welcome John. Guys, these are going quick, man. These are going quick. 8 spots now left. Welcome, John. John, welcome to the family. 8 spots left. Again, folks, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Jivan, welcome. 7 spots left. Guys, I would not wait for me to finish talking. I'd open up a new web browser and go to ttgoffer.com now, because once 7 more people join, we had 20 before I started, less than an hour, or about an hour ago, hour and 17 minutes ago. We had 20. Now we're down to 7. Once 7 people join, the price is back up over $1,100. Been trading for over 45 years. You cannot get this type of education from any stockbrokers. Became a lifetime member after 3 months. Best money I've ever spent. Kai Vu, thank you so much for the kind words, man. I love it. Been trading for over 45 years. That is so impressive. Wow, you made me feel like a complete newbie. I've been doing it for 17. I got a long way to go. Jivan, though, welcome to the family. So let me get back to the charts. Let me talk you guys through how a trade alert works. So like I said, novice, intermediate, advanced. Okay. Speaking of lifetime membership, Tuesday will be the last day that it's offered. Okay. Now, members, you guys already know why and how this whole, I'm not even going to get into it, but I'm just talking to members specifically without the whole long explanation. Members, you already know what the explanation is. Okay. Our payment plans are done. Okay. So the payment plans that we used to offer payment plans, right? So members, you guys, I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but they're done. So we finished. It's finito. We're done. So Tuesday is the last and final day for any annual member that is interested in that lifetime membership spot or spots. Tuesday is the last day for it. Right? Tuesday is the last day for it. Oh, what a day. CPI on Tuesday and lifetime is the final. Oh, what a week. What a week. Okay. Back to the charts. Okay. Back to the charts. And the futures are bouncing back a bit. So we were up 1%. Now we're back up 1.14. Okay, now we're back up 1.14. Okay, we're back up 1.14. So trade alerts, all right? So novice, intermediate, advanced, and the alert says the following. Short, 43.58. I don't remember what the price of my actual fill. I was filled in the 50s or 70s. I don't know if TTG members, if you guys remember what my fill price was, you can type it. But it was either 43.58 or 43.73. For some reason, those numbers. It was in the 43.50s, 44.70s was my actual entry. So let's say 43.58. So the alert will say intermediate, because it was an intermediate level advanced trade, intermediate level trade. So it'd say intermediate, short JD, 43.58. Or March 17th, $43 strike put option. Stop loss, 44.50. That is verbatim what my trade alert said when I entered it on Thursday. Now, before the market even opened, I told members of True Trading Group that if JD gets under 44, I'm going to short it because I think it has room down further. Okay? So I shorted JD 43.58. So everybody knew the game plan ahead of time. I short the stock itself. Members that maybe have smaller accounts buy put options, which is why whenever I enter a trade, I give you an option with it as well in case you want to follow me with an option. So I shorted the stock, but I also give you the option and I give you my stop loss, and then we take profits along the way. Right, so then the stock drops down to below the day, and then I give an alert comes out that says took some profit, covered JD 42.51, still holding some. Then we drop again, we make fresh new lows. I take another piece of profit. You get another trade alert that says took more profit, covered JD 41.70, still holding some, and then I held a piece of my position overnight and took my final profit off around $40.70. And then you get another trade alert that says final take profit, which lets you know that I'm getting out of the position completely. Final take profit, $40.70. Okay. So that's an example of a recent trade that I made, a recent trade that myself and members of True Trading Group were able to bank on. And that's how the trade alerts will be stated, right? They come out in chat, and they also come out through the mobile app on your cell phone with no delay. It's a push notification. It's not like a text message. It has like a 3 to 5 minute delay. 3 to 5 minutes in the stock market's an eternity, right? So you're going to get the alerts with real-time push notifications. Okay? So that's an example of one of our trade alerts. All right, let's go back. Go back to the SPY. And guys, so remember the lines that I drew for you? Do you remember the lines that I drew for you just a couple of minutes ago on the charts when we were going over the SPY analysis? If you're just tuning in to the live stream now, then you missed it. But if you've been here since earlier, we were talking about the SPY. You remember I drew two lines for you, and I said resistance 393, support down at 385, and we drew lines. Look at where that price action lines up. Okay, look at where that price action lines up. This is not a coincidence. There's reasons why I have these levels. There's reasons why I draw out these lines for you. You guys will learn all this. I'll teach this to you guys. It's not rocket science. I know sometimes you look at a chart, it can be very intimidating. How many members of True Trading Group right now, type the number 2, if you knew nothing about charts and technical analysis before you joined, and now you're identifying support and resistance and chart patterns on your own. Type the number 2 if you're a member of TTG, you knew nothing about charts, you knew before you joined, but now you're identifying support, resistance, and chart patterns all on your own. Type the number 2. Anybody that's on here, look, if you feel like some of the things that I'm saying if it's over your head, if it sounds like a foreign language, you guys, it's, this is the stuff that you will learn. Okay. You're not look at all these people typing the number 2. This is what learning actually looks like. This is what real learning and real education looks like. All these people now are identifying support, resistance, and chart patterns on their own. We will teach you how to do this. Annette, this is an amazing question. TTG members, this is an amazing question. Annette has a question for all of you. Annette wants to know, how much did you risk on your first real trade? Members of True Trading Group, can you answer for Annette? How much did you risk on your first real trade? Go ahead and comment in chat if you guys don't mind. That's a phenomenal question, Annette. I'm actually really glad you asked it. Members of True Trading Group, why don't you guys sound off? $100, $200, $500, $25, $228, $500, $20, $500, $480, $80. I started with $10,000, $100, $50, $50, $50, $500. I risked the amount that was appropriate for me and my risk valuation. Yes. Yes, I love it. $100, $200, $25. Mama Duke. It was so nice to meet you.
Yo, real quick, can I say something?
Oh wait, Adam, my sound is off, buddy. Hold on one second. Okay, I didn't hear you, Adam. My speakers were off.
Yo, can I say something real quick? Mama Dukes is the most gangster person I have ever met in my entire life. What happened at that mixer when Jimmy Hart leaned over and asked Mama Duke a very specific question in front of all the members and Jesus himself, I will honestly, that was the funniest thing I had ever seen in my entire life.
That was a very unique moment.
I wish so badly that I would have gotten that on film.
Did Jeremy maybe by chance?
I'm going to look. I am going to look. But Mama Dukes, I love you. That was the funniest. We were all like, what?
Yeah, I don't know, Jimmy, if you're on here. Oh, and Jimmy messaged me. Jimmy hit me up earlier today too. Jimmy, if you're on here, bro, I'm gonna hit you up right after the live stream. But yeah, Jimmy got pretty aggressive on Saturday. Friday.
Dude, it was like a movie, like everyone's having a good time, and like it was so awesome. It was so awesome. Anyways, all right. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Well,
did we welcome Mustafa?
No, I didn't. I was actually just going. When you were done, I was just going to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mustafa, welcome to the family. Everybody, welcome Mustafa. 6 spots now left, guys. That's it. 6 spots left. So I would hurry up, grab one of these free laptops, and while the price is still under $1,000, it's gonna be over 11.
Mustafa just sent us a text. Just made my purchase and was directed to the dashboard. Did I make it in time? Mustafa, you most certainly did.
You most certainly did, Mustafa. There's 6 spots left. It is my pleasure to have you part of the group, brother. I look forward to trading with you. I look forward to answering your questions. I look forward to helping you develop, grow, learn, and progress. Mustafa, 6 spots left. Anyone else, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121. Click apply code. The price drops to $9.90. Check out. You're good to go. You see a laptop. That's how you know you're getting one. There's only 6 of them left. And then you got the double your money back guarantee. And you also have the one-on-one mentor session with one of our mods. Take advantage of it, folks. All right. So also remember, if you're a trial, used to be a trial, used to be a member, text 786-505-4049. Phone number is now at the bottom of your screen. So you guys can text us with any questions that you have. And then also those others that I just mentioned, text that number so we can whitelist your email address and give the $9.90 price point. Okay. So back to the charts. Like I said, I drew those lines, right? Remember earlier on this live stream, I told you draw lines, 393, 385. That's resistance, that's support. 393, I'm looking to be short the market. If and when we get up there, which we're getting into it with this gap up right now on futures, and we'll see if the gap up holds, and we'll see if we gap above 393, then that changes my game plan for tomorrow. If we gap above 393, okay, right now we're up 1.21% on S&P futures. It's so funny that people came on the live stream as soon as I started, and they're like, "Go to the bank. Get your money out of the bank," but the market's up 1.21%. All right. That was I didn't refresh. 1.08. Sorry, guys. 1.08% right now. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong number. 1.08% right now. All right. So there you have it. There you have it, folks. Those are my levels. That is going to be my plan of attack. That's going to be my plan of attack for tomorrow. I remain, I remain a bearish mindset, but it really will depend on what happens with the CPI number. Excuse me. And then we'll have to see what happens with the CPI number on Tuesday. But tomorrow we'll talk about CPI. Tonight, it's all about the banks. It's all about the regional banks. The regional banks that I'll be paying very close attention to tomorrow is First Republic Bank, FRC. I'm going to be paying attention to FRC. This is the most volatile of the regional banks with everything that was going on with Silicon Valley and Signature Bank. This is the one where my focus will be. You also have some ETFs you can pay attention to. Okay, like KRE, KRE. Okay, that is the regional banking ETF that I would say that you should have on your watch list, and to see if you get bounce backs in these things tomorrow. Now that the Federal Reserve has announced this new lending program. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me specifically about the bank situation, about the Fed lending program, about what happened to Silicon Valley Bank, about what happened to Signature Bank? Does anybody have any questions for me about this situation before we start to wrap things up for this evening? Now would be the time to ask.
I have a question from someone that I'm chatting with.
Sure.
This person says, okay, they have a SPY call with an expiration of March 16th. Are they screwed? And they want to know if Silicon Bank was an isolated incident.
I don't know what their strike price is. I mean, the market's up right now. What I would do if I was in call options, which I am not, if I was, what I would do would be to sell the call options tomorrow. Again, I'm telling you what I would do if I was in call options, which again, I am not, because Tuesday is a complete wild card. 8:30 a.m., you're going to get the CPI report. If that number comes in high, you're going to have a big red day on Tuesday. If the CPI number comes in higher, much higher than expected, and that number comes out at 8:30, you're not going to be able to sell your options anyway that early. So or pre-market. You can't trade the options pre-market. So I would say, if you're down money on your call options and you get a bounce tomorrow back in those call options with the market bouncing back, I would cut your losses there, because then Tuesday is a complete coin flip. Yeah, the market could continue higher Tuesday if the CPI number comes in very much under expectations, but your option expires on Wednesday. So your time decay is going to start to crush you. You're going to start losing 20% a day on your time decay. So, or 25% on a day on your time decay. So if it was me, I'd be out tomorrow as the market bounces. And is Silicon Valley an isolated incident? For me to answer that question, I think it's an isolated incident based on what the Federal Reserve just did. Now, Silicon Valley Bank, how banks fail, when you have a run on a bank, that's how a bank fails. It's not like a run on a bank is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. Banks fail because people go and take their money out. They get scared. A bank will fail because people get scared a bank's going to fail. So they go and pull all their money out of the bank, which in turn makes the bank fail. If nobody pulled their money out of Silicon Valley Bank would still be here today, would still be here tomorrow, and would still be here a year from now. Silicon Valley Bank lost $2.25 billion on their bond positions. And they were struggling a bit because all of their customers and clients are tech startups, biotech startups that burn through cash and are constantly having to pull down their deposits. So if you, let's say, have $50 million in Silicon Valley Bank and you're a startup, that $50 million does not just sit in that bank. You are constantly pulling that money out of the bank. You're burning cash like crazy. Then you need to re-raise capital and then put that capital back in the bank and then continue to pull it down. It's not like they put the cash there and it just stays there, right? These companies are not positive free cash flow companies. Where their deposits increase, they usually deposit, decrease, and then find investment to bring balances back up. And all their clients, not all of them, but most of them are those tech startups. And these tech startups, it's harder for them to get access to capital in a higher interest rate environment. The economy starts to slow down. These companies are still burning through cash like crazy. And on top of that, their loss in their bond position, the company, the bank really needed more liquidity and they needed more capital. Once news started to spread that the company needed more liquid capital and they were thinking about doing an offering, this is where it all started when they came out with doing an offering. Okay. That scared everybody because banks are not supposed to do offerings. You are the bank. You're not supposed to need to raise money. You are the money. So that caused venture capital funds to tell all their portfolio companies, get your money out of this bank. So all of these venture capital company portfolio, all these tech startups, all these biotech startups, all then went to Silicon Valley Bank on Friday and was like, I want all of my money. I have $50 million in an account. I want all of it. I have $1 billion in an account. I want all of it. In one day, $45 billion of transfer requests were made at Silicon Valley Bank. That is why the bank failed. Because now the bank doesn't have the capital to meet all of the withdrawal requests. Banks don't have, if you have a bank that has, I'm just making up a number. Say a bank has $100 billion. If you have a bank that has $100 billion, they don't have $100 billion just sitting in an account somewhere. It's not sitting in a vault somewhere. They only keep 12%. And then you have fractional banking. The money gets lent out. They do all these capitals used in other ways. So when you have all of your capital and all your clients say, give me my money, that's when the bank fails. So A run on the bank will happen when people get scared a bank will fail. But that run on the bank is what causes the failure.
Bro, have I been on here the whole time?
Yes, you have. Okay, so that's how Silicon Valley Bank failed. If Silicon Valley did not have to sell their bond position and they were able to get capital from it, they would have survived. That's what the Federal Reserve did today. The Federal Reserve announced a new lending program that allows financial institutions to borrow against their treasuries, their treasury holdings. Now, when a financial institution puts, let's say, $20 billion into U.S. treasuries, now these bonds and they will move in price, but if you hold until maturity, it doesn't matter what the fluctuation of price is because you get your money back at par plus the yield. That's how the treasury works. You're essentially lending the government money, and then when it matures, you get the money back plus the interest. Okay? If Silicon Valley was able to just hold until maturity, they would have gotten all that money back. It's the fact that they had to market that position and sell it to raise capital that caused the $2.25 billion loss. And then word got out that they took a big loss like that and they wanted to raise capital. And then that scared all the VC funds. And then they pulled everything out. Silicon Valley Bank, the management team there should be so insanely disgusted and embarrassed with themselves, not only, but mostly because of their communication. They could have done more to communicate their situation, and it was probably a really bad idea. Whoever works at that company, whoever made the decision that we are going to make this announcement of trying to raise capital and selling down this position now, a week after Silvergate went out of business because of their exposure to the crypto FTX disaster, whoever decided on that is a complete moron. The entire market is so on edge because Silvergate went out of business. You're going to come out a week later and say, oh, we are also a bank and we need to raise capital and we're going to sell down this position. We're going to mark to market now. We're going to sell this position and realize a $2.25 billion loss. And then we're going to try to raise capital. Days after another bank went out of business, you caused the run on your own bank. You couldn't have waited 2 months. You caused the run on your own bank. I saw that. I saw that today. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that was just something that.
No, it's 100% true.
Even if it is, it does not matter at all. It has nothing to do with the situation whatsoever.
But it's a Lehman Brothers moment.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it has nothing to do with it's. So if it's true, it is a complete coincidence. It has nothing to do. Okay, it has nothing to do with anything. So it's a complete coincidence. But that's what happened to Silicon Valley Bank. So now what the Federal Reserve did today was they created a new lending program where a financial institution that is holding treasuries that are on paper down, anyone that's holding treasuries and bond right now is down on their money because yields have skyrocketed. And when yields skyrocket, that means prices went down. So on paper, they have these massive losses. But if they just hold to maturity, they get all their money back plus the yield. So what the Federal Reserve did was, instead of making these financial institutions feel like they have to sell these positions, if there is a run on those banks, they are letting the banks borrow against those positions directly from the Fed. So the Fed's like, okay, well, you have $10 billion in treasuries. We will lend you money against the treasuries. Because as long as you have time you're going to get all your money back. The problem is Silicon Valley didn't have time because it got a $45 billion withdrawal request. So now that the Federal Reserve is allowing banks to do this, even if another bank experienced a run like Silicon Valley, they can go to the Federal Reserve and say, we just got $20 billion withdrawal request. Okay, we've got all this money tied up in treasuries. I need the capital now. And the Federal Reserve can lend them that money. And then they can satisfy the withdrawal request and stay solvent. That's why what their Federal Reserve did today is huge. So is it an isolated incident? I think it was not an isolated incident because I think that it would have caused a run on other regional banks. But what I think what the Federal Reserve did plugs it. So this is all unfolding in real time. So we'll have to see, what other news headlines come about. But from where I sit on this day at this hour, I think what the Federal Reserve did plugs it and stops the spread to other institutions. But we'll see. Over these next couple of days, when you have inverted yield, and this is a little bit more advanced stuff, but when you have inverted yield curves, it becomes very challenging, and you start to find out who's swimming naked. That's what I like to say. When you have deeply inverted yield curves like you have today, you find out who's swimming naked. Right? When the tide goes out, you realize who's swimming naked and who's leveraged and everything else, and because that's what happens. Right? If you're going to get a free 1% to park your money, or a free 3% park your money in a treasury or whatever, why would you not leverage it up 5 times? You put 20 billion in it, you leverage it up, but if you need that money at that very moment in time, that's where it becomes a problem. And it became a problem for Silicon. It would have been a problem for Signature. It would have been a problem probably for First Republic and some others. But the bank, the Federal Reserve, I think, plugs that with what they did today. So we'll see. All right, folks, that wraps up the educational part of our live stream. I hope you guys have a better understanding of what has actually transpired today. As we currently sit, we're up 1.21% on futures. So the gap is holding. It's a nice, strong gap up today on the futures market. We'll see if this holds overnight. And the gap up is from what the Fed did. I make no mistake about it. What the Fed did today was tremendous. Okay. What I'd like to do now is, if you're not interested in the membership at True Trading Group at all, you guys can sign off the live stream because I'm done with the educational stuff. But if you are interested, I'll actually show you the platform. There's 6 of those spots left for a laptop at a $990 price point, which is 55% off. Tomorrow it'll be over $1,100. So let me show you guys the platform. So if you guys do want to take advantage of this before it's too late, you go to ttgoffer.com right now, enter the code TTG121, click apply code, price drops down to $990, check out, and you are good to go. You don't have to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim the free laptop. We ship anywhere in the world. We cover shipping. We have members in 100 different countries. You live on planet Earth, we'll get it to you. We give you a one-on-one mentor session when you do join to speed up your learning curve and get you started on the right foot. And we also give you a double your money back guarantee because we stand behind the platform that we've created. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group, utilize our platform. And if you are unable to make $990 back at least once during the membership, I'll give you back $1,980 at the end of the membership. That's it. So let me show you what the platform looks like, right? So you guys can see, we got Strader, welcome 5 spots now left. Everybody welcome Strader, newest member of the TTG family, Strader. Guys, remember, if you're a previous trial, or previous member, text us 786-505-4049. Also, if you have any questions, send a text that number as well. But if you're a previous trial, or previous member, you have to text us so we can whitelist your email if you want the $990 price point. All right. Of course, you get our chat room when you join us. Where the mods and I share our screen, we're live on the mic, we're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market till after hours, answering questions, providing commentary, calling out our trade ideas. You get access to the mobile app. which lets you see the screen share, listen to the commentary, and get the real-time trade alerts as push notifications directly to your cell phone. All right. This way, if you guys are busy and you have tough full-time jobs, you can still follow along with everything it is that we're doing in chat. You get 2 study group sessions with our mods a year to speed up your learning curve as well. You get the Benzinga Pro real-time newsfeed and Squawk, which is worth $1,000 a year on its own. You get access to it when you join TTG for just $9.90. You get their congressional trading data, so you can track trades from members of Congress. Trading View's premium charting software, which is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. That's included with your membership. That's about $600 a year if you pay for it directly. You get the Trade Ideas scanner to make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. You get ET&A's simulator, which lets you trade stocks and options with fake money but real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you were learning in the courses. You get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, all included with your membership. A trading journal that tracks your trades, breaks it down to the numbers and statistics so you can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner will help you see what stocks are being talked about most on social media so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Analyst ratings on any stock, so you know what analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. A watch list we publish every day with what stocks we are focusing on as moderators, and a game plan, specifically where we're buying, where we're selling, what's the plan. You get access to all of it. Then you get our courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of the stuff I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto futures, you name it, we've got it. There's no upsell for additional VIP courses. They're all included. We don't play games like that. You also get access to a video library. 400 hours of workshops and webinars covering different topics. And then you can actually attend these workshops live when you become a full-time member. Time you invest in something real, folks. Something that can actually help you reach your goals. Real education, real tools, real community, real trading. I can't guarantee you'll be successful just because you joined True Trading Group, but I can guarantee that if you can't make $990 back at least once, then I'll give you back $1,980 at the end of your membership. You just have to utilize the platform, though. You got to go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group, put in some effort. And if our platform still fails you, I'll give you that double your money back guarantee. And you can keep the laptop. So again, text us if you have any questions. 786-505-4049. All right. Otherwise, go to ttgoffer.com and enter the code TTG121. And with that, futures are sitting right at the highs. All right, we're up 1.24%. We're right up near the highs of the session. And you all can thank the Federal Reserve for that. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. It's going to be one hell of a week. I don't remember the last time I was this excited for a trading week, between everything that's happening with the banks, between CPI and PPI data Tuesday and Wednesday. This is going to be absolute insanity and some of the greatest money-making opportunities I think you'll see all year and in several years, to be completely honest. That's how excited I am for this week. So get your butts in chat. My TT fam, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. For the rest of you, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn on notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat. Take care.